This is the W we're talking about. But the crossfire is set up between Calm and Apoth. That dash forces things to slow things down for a bit as Boostio is lurking on the other end of the map. That might force a rotation as the rest are working towards the A site though, and Tig also falls towards the A site. That's A site open, but still a 3 versus 3.
Just this goon squad running back and forth right now. There was a bit of a rotation forward with all of that happening at B that you were calling. There was a bit of a positioning there by Tig on A. Pushed up, was giving him an idea that no one was there, but EG still had the audible call to go towards A. Now LG goes for the retake. Van's a little hide and seek from Jogimo.
And he finds him. That's spotted to fall the 180, then onto Moose right after. B-Dog's gonna be on his own. As that new, playing as a jet into this map, stopped by Calm.
Not much utility to fully retake a site, right? There's a lot of peeking that's going to have to happen here. B-Dog and Tig with some trades. Boostio gets one. B-Dog on a few more Vans.
This is just going to be B-Dog's round, and he's going to look for more here, and this allows Mata to also push forward. Elisa Spike is planning for EG. They do have 2 shock darts available for Calm, and he's been a stellar player for this team against Sentinels last week. We were taking that B-side control, and now he has a B-side plant. The Leer coming out from Mata, the wall, counter wall coming out as well, so that could actually block a lot of these lineups. A nice little recon dart, 2 shock dart for the kill, another one on the ground, switches back to Bolda for the kill, and B-Dog has one for the ace. Push it down towards Yellow, but it's stopped by Reform, and it's going to be the bonus round coming in for EG.
Double duelist on that B site, maybe it can fire back.
Yeah, and they're just playing pulse time right now, so Jogimo, Reform, yeah, they're getting these kills and a rotate from LG, but the battle comes back from the bottom, and it's Snakebite, Shockies. They still have a Sage available, though, for LG if they could try to wall it back and try to block a little bit of this utility, but you see it. That Snakebite's on the ground. The second one's already coming in, and the shock dart should be coming soon, and I love this from EG.
Wow.
It's so meticulous. After the 2 Snakebites, Apoth's pushing forward. If he dies, it doesn't matter. The shocks will come out right after. And now we're just running that clock down. It's a 2 versus 1. We have one that's going to try to stick on this, and I like this. Moose is watching it. Wallbang actually gets the kill onto Dazzle, and with that is going to win the round for EG. 0 back to an eco for LG, but you can see it's a half buy. They still have that Phantom that they saved that previous round. A couple of swings coming in from the A site, a double flank coming in from A main as well, and that is going to be watched by Apoth. Meanwhile, we do have the spike plant going in for the attacker side. A res on the other side of the A site. A trade coming in forward, and that's B-Dog fighting it back against Calm. Traded back by Apoth once again, though, as Dazzle, Tig, and Moose are trying to bring it back in their favor. The wall comes up from the post plant, coming in from the defender side, as we're trying to get the defuse in. We actually get the sprays coming in from Reform onto Tig. And with only 2 more to go, that clock is ticking down, and this is just great coverage from Eden, and goes to meet back with the rest of his team, so that's actually pretty huge. That's going to be more bodies on a retake on the A side as Mata gets the headshot onto Boostio. We're going to get recons inside the pit. The Leer coming in as well, taking a shot onto Reform, and the retake's working out. Dazzle's only at 1 HP because he's inside this pit, and Calm's going to have to be on his own, but this should be it. Actually, he pulls out the Hunter's Fury. It's out at halfway. He actually gets the kill onto Moose, then killed by Mata, and that is good. And that's off how Tig was playing towards this A side to slow things down. Here comes the battle towards that front side. Finally, we're trying to press back forward, and Tig and Dazzle, they're making it work at least. 2-player advantage now for LG, but this lurk on mid side, it's weighted by Dazzle, but Calm makes it up inside Kitchen instead.
Calm flanks. You got to remember last week, he literally had some of the biggest flanks we've seen in the group stage. 3Ks coming from it, completely changing rounds. Here again, they will call an audible. They hit a really tough brick wall over at A, but somehow were able to sneak everything out. Oh, the hide from Apoth fans.
The awareness of all of these players are so good, from just Dazzle thinking somebody's on a rotate, Apoth thinking that, okay, mid was open, I had to keep my guard up, and Calm also does that lurk play and cuts the rotation for 2.
Every time they go. Here, the push again is kind of a rerun of the strat, but now Moose is here.
Mata's moving forward with the Frenzy because he wanted to use the attacker's wall to his favor. So he gets 2 really nice Frenzy kills. He builds up the Empress, and this might turn it around. He might have a great opportunity to use this because his spike is also down.
Shows you that flip of the position.
Mata inside that B site. Hunter's Fury out now for, oh my god. Calm, and that was a nice play by Reform. Forces a res early coming in. Now a lineup for so many players as that wall comes down for the attacker side, and Apot dies, but at least Boostio's there to trade it back. Joggimo forward position. Now they wait, and they know about these rotations, but Joggimo's still fighting inside the site with Boostio, and that's both players knocking down LG.
Squad do now.
It's a running down with the frenzy, and that's that kill onto Apot to dismiss to also get a couple of shields coming in as the attackers are still pushing forward for LG. B-Dog with a nice headshot, but Calm answers back. And that's still more rotates coming in. Everybody from EG is already ready for this, but they still suffer a disadvantage of one player. We're trying to land these shots for Joggimo with success, but Tig is now pushing forward. A 2 versus 2. As now a Ghost is picked up by Reformed as well. They have a wall for the defuse for EG. As we're looking for that information, it doesn't work out. A quad wall coming out. This is going to be a defuse coming in. And EG, they get both.
A strat from LG. No real defensive util behind it. They can set, but B-Dog starts it off with a Guardian, Vansili.
One tap there, and now we're crossing the line, but that's far enough, says EG. At least Moose has something else to say, though. This Reform is going to be on his own against Dazzle and Moose. A res, forcing a res on top of that. I mean, it is map point here for EG, so it makes sense. And Moose is just going to secure the deal in there with the Hunter's Fury on top of that. But Apot, that was the gun sticking in. Shorty kill, close range. And now the Hunter's Fury does not connect onto anything, but at least for LG, they're taking over the site. And now this Viper's Pit is down after Apot got picked off. And it's planted here on the top of the A tower side. Calm with the recon to retaliate. It's actually not going to ping anybody yet. The Lear coming out, the second one as well. But it's still Boostio and Calm. They're retaking slowly to the site. Reformed is on the other end. There's only one more to go, a 1 versus 1. It's going to be B-Dog dashing away with the kill onto Boostio. Have flashes from that Lear, and they're actually going to push towards spawn as well. And it's going to be a nice one there to allow LG to open up the B site. 24 seconds left into the round as B-Dog's on top of pipes. We have a res coming out from Moose, and the rotations watched by B-Dog, but we still have a battle on the other side from Reform. They're trying to pinch him against him. Apoth wins that fight. The plant is coming down at least here inside deep the B site. As Reform also has a res to come. He's pushing forward, trying to get this out here onto Calm. But we also have players. Mata push out all the way towards defender spawn, where he could actually even watch it. Now they're looking towards the backside, and Apot gets caught. And that is not going to work out for the out on the attacker side, and Apot is going to try to play inside his smoke. Trying to go for the backstab here. Here's a couple of shots. Joggimo is going to work, though, and that allows his backstab to happen. The headshot there onto Tig. Oh, the slow orb on the ground, allowing Joggimo to get the kill onto B-Dog. And Moose, though, trying to keep it on the attacker side. Rush here of the A site, fighting along his wall. The double swing coming out here, and it works out for EG. And is this going to be off that? And indeed it will. Off a shorter buy for EG. They get the round and the first map against LG.
Very well, and put the team on his back if even need be in a situation, and they're not able to pick it up. So we'll see if that happens again as LG goes straight through. Dazzle and Mata say, nope, we'll put a little bit on our back. Are they going in? Here it goes.
Moose winning in the corner with the right clicks, but Boostio trades it out. The faller, as we mentioned before, and Boostio lands another one. And Calm long range, leaving it on a 1 versus 1, though, as Dazzle's trying to save the round for LG. A dink coming in, and Dazzle's looking in a great spot. Run that clock down, forcing Calm to run into the site. No HP, headshot onto Dazzle, and he's coming in for the defuse, and it will happen. EG will get the pistol.
Come rip out the gate right now.
Calm just got owned here by a Trailblazer, but at least Joggimo and Apot has that crossfire towards U-Haul. Calm at least shot it inside U, and when it flashed, it didn't actually come out with an audible. So do you think that U-Haul's cleared? So they're looking back here towards the short A side, and Tig is trying to fight back, and it works out. B-Dog lines up too, though, but there's still half the fuse coming in for the defenders as Boostio still comes out of it to get that.
Also has Hooper push-up knowledge. Here come the trades. Backside looks like they want to scale it, and LG's going to force in.
Reforms back through the smoke. Boostio's watching that hookah push. Here comes the Nightfall for the defense side. Works out with the haunt to allow these assists to come out from EG. So we wanted to know that utility Doc to step it up, but he fights it very well here on the attacker side of Long B. But there's a counter from the orbital strike on the defense. So Apot drops a spike. There's only 12 seconds left on the round. B-Dog and Dazzle have to hold it down. 10 seconds left. The plant's coming in, and Joggimo's pushing inside the side. Showstopper onto the ground. It's a 2 versus 1. Dazzle's at 5 HP as they're moving in onto the defuse for EG. Dodges the paint shells. The swing out as Joggimo gets the kill, and EG another clean round as they get 5 to going to run it up, but it's going to get hurt by B-Dog. B-Dog's actually not turning around into this because he's trying to play inside the smoke, and Joggimo gets the kill. The plan at least comes in for the attacker side, but we are closing the gap for Evil Geniuses on the retake. The 3 versus 3 make that now more players falling down. Long range with Spectres. Good luck with this one for the last 2 players of LG. You got to count your lucky stars with the ADS of these weapons. And now we're sticking it here for Evil Geniuses. Joggimo just continues to farm it out from the last 2 rounds to get an ace into this one.
Early. So now it's the 3 stack for a day instead. And here are the Seekers we saw before, Vans. They're delayed a bit by the nade, but Joggimo still wants a peek.
Still trying to shut him down as they can't here for EG. As another one swinging out from the top of the smoke. That doesn't allow here EG to hold their ground.
Like they'll try just yet. Waiting patiently, Van, but they will get into the site. B-Dog's gonna look to stop it.
It's always so good for those, but at least we're fighting back on the other end. On a 2 versus 1. And it's gonna be 2 separated battles, leaving Dazzle on his own. 5 bullets left in the clip here of this Vandal. And this is good for Dazzle because that allows now the guy to light to come out too. As that clock's ticking down, waiting for that flash to get baited out. Oh, Kong gets hit by it. This is looking really good here for Dazzle to save the round. Gonna happen.
Of the suit. Now in a very big pickle. Oh, that stings. Bittersweet. I don't even know if that's any sweet.
Lista lands that shot somehow. And that forces now the Viper Moose on his own, just on the right side of the slow field. And you know Boostio is going to call in the rest of the cavalry. All right, Moose. Off to the Headhunters now for Boostio. The wall bang, snake bite on the ground, and even a no-scope. They're just oozing and cough.
Scary things happen. It seems to just cause chaos in the game. Again, just passed out, delaying. Stopping the map, spreading a little thinner, as now it's going to be the jump out of hookah by LG.
Reform waiting for a moment to flash and peek out. There it is, off of Nightfall. A headshot on Tamada. The Viper's Pit is out, but it's the spike down out in the open. There's only Tig on his own as Moose dies. Tig has to come up huge. Barrel of the gun sticking out. Reform gets that kill in.
Has a bit of a flank.
But his wall coming down. The Trailblazer to spot 1. Here's that flank on the other end. We're pitching in onto LG inside Showers. And they're now greeted by Reformed as he drops 2. And that opens up the A site. The rotation already comes in from LG, though, as 3 players are now moving up towards Heaven side. This is still doable. Why? Because they have frenzies for Dazzle and for Tig. Fighting into U-Haul. This could melt down Calm right here.
Great point. They get that close, and it could really work. There's one of them, Vansilli.
Just running that clock down. Launch is about to come online, and almost the save there from the Epop to actually take down Tig. And that's the second frenzy down as Dazzle falls from the hands of Calm. Here comes the Headhunter, but it is stopped again by Calm.
They're just making sure no stragglers can get around. You see Cave from Moose, and the Strat is coming in now for EG. They push into Octagon, and that's going to be a firefight.
Still have B-Dog in the back there, forced. Actually, he can't TP. He actually was, there was a haunt coming down there, and he was actually even spotted. And that just allows EG to overpower that B site. Even the last player now spotted.
Yeah.
Picking up a Spectre is Moose. It's just going to be the running and gunning, and Apop is going to be the taking back from LG, but they lose a player in the process. A regrowth coming out as Calm is also pulling back with his teammates, and the satchel charges from Joggimo are looking better and better from week to week as this raise. A battle inside Hookah as Mada is just battling for his life. Has support from Tig too, but the spike is still planted here for EG. Apop making it closer and closer for EG to move up to 2-1 in their groups. Even on top of that, forces out the orbital strike. EG seals the deal with a 13-2 victory into this second map to end the series 2-0.